Howdy folks, this is D-Vang. Welcome to episode 72 of the Outlaw Joseph Scots. Last episode Joseph was in a shootout as his quote-unquote adventure. And so this time he's headed back to town after the shootout to gather a few more supplies and get ready for the next big adventure. So let's see what he's up to. And here we are, once again. Joseph, as you recall, last episode, Joseph had done the Frontier Town Mission number 6, High Noon Duel. And he had, been called out by the local enforcer, wannabe sheriff. And Joseph had gunned him down in the streets. So that is what he did last session. That does mean, obviously, that he did not go down into the mines. But he didn't get any loot, catching his breath or anything. And so now he's just going to do his town stay in the town. What that's going to mean, Joseph decided, though, probably not a good idea to stay in the same town that he gunned down the, sort of the local sheriff, if you will. So he is going to travel to a different town, one that's less antagonistic towards him. So he is going to gonna go to another town. So I'm going to choose a medium town, so you can kind of see I already have that laid out there. So that means he has one travel hazard. So we need to roll on the travel hazard chart. We'll go with blue as the first digit. A 54. Army convoy. Traveling the roads. Joseph comes upon a massive U.S. Army convoy heading towards the same town to reinforce the outpost there. When the heroes reach town, any rolls on the campsite hazard chart or the town event chart are +1. Because they're army troops. So it makes it a little bit less dangerous. That sounds pretty good. So now we need to see what kind of town we have. And that is a 9. That is a mining town. That is kind of a new town here, or mining town. Boom towns often spring up practically overnight in any area found to be rich in gold and darkstone. These mining towns attract folk from all over, eager to find their fortune. So, special rules, well supplied, always has a general store, and everything at the general store is cheaper. Rich local deposits. The mines in this area are booming. During the next adventure while in the mines, anytime the hero finds gold, they get an extra $10. If you find darkstone, you get an extra 1. And then void activity. The massive boom of local mining has uncovered countless new portals, releasing all manner of creatures and evil to find their way to the surface. Rolling to see if there's a town event at the end of each day. Roll an extra die. Either roll may trigger a town event, or both. If a town event is triggered, set the darkness back to day 1 on the track as normal. So, we do know that maybe that's why the army convoy's there. Alright, so we know it always has a general store. And extra options. We can attempt to purchase Darkstone for $150 each. There are mining tools available at the general store. Darkstone pick, +1 combat, once per turn, add +1 damage to a combat hit. And then the sifting pan, once per turn you can cancel and redraw a scavenge card drawn. After each use, basically it breaks on a 1. Interesting. Neither of which Joseph wants, although the sifting pan actually isn't necessarily a bad thing, because it doesn't take up a gear slot, and it could certainly allow Joseph to scavenge a bit more, but he doesn't really feel the need to be scavenging. Alright, so we have 5 more locations besides the general store. Let's see what we get. We have a sheriff's office, which unfortunately Joseph cannot go to. We have a doctor's office. Okay, well that's good. Come on. We have the Indian trading post. Well, this could be bad. We have a blacksmith. And we have a gambling hall. Okay. Well, there is the town. The mining town. So what does Joseph want to do on day 1? On day 1, I think he needs to go to the blacksmith. Because, you know, darkstone bullets. Before something goes wrong and gets rid of that, I think he needs the darkstone bullets. And then obviously the doctor's office, and then we'll probably see what's in the Indian trading post. We'll see if there's something useful there. So let's start with the blacksmith though. So what happens at the before I do that, almost forgot. Before I do that, we have our daily event. And our daily event is just another day on the frontier, no effect, but we are in a specialty town. So we need to see what happens in the specialty town. So we look on the back here to the daily events. And D6 is a 5, dust. Cannot use grit in town today. As a dust storm kicks up. That should be okay. Alright, let's see what happens at the blacksmith. We get a 7. No event. And that means nothing exciting there. All right. Let's see. At the blacksmith, we will spend one of our darkstone. He had 6. He's down to 5. Pick up the darkstone bullets. Hooray. Alright, and I don't think there's anything else that I need to do. Obviously on the first day. So first thing we need to do, see if there's a town event. Roll 2 dice now. Nope, no town event, so we'll push that up. And then let's see if Joseph is recognized. He is not recognized at all. He is anonymous. He is a ghost. It's like just another prospector to them, or nobody really cares. So day 2, let's go to the doctor's office. Pretty much purely to pick up his injection, the anti-venom injection to make him immune. Let's see what he gets for the daily event though. And he gets a heavy rain. A brutal rain hammers down the town, flooding the streets with mud and soaking to the bone any who dare set foot outside. All rolls on location event charts are -1. Okay, so at the doctor, he has a -1. Let's see what we get. A 7, -1 is a 6. Still no event. Alright, go through that pretty quick. Anti-venom injection for $10. Nothing else. Well, you know what? Joseph will also buy in herbs. He had room for one. Or, a tonic to get a grit? Yeah, what the heck? I mean, I know he's got the eye patch. But the tonic to get a grit might not be a bad idea. So let's take a tonic. Wow, and that went by pretty quickly. So day 2, oops, there is no event. And is Joseph recognized? He's not recognized at all. Goodness gracious. He really is the man with no name here. Alright, so we are on day 3. So we've been to a gambling hall before. Joseph can probably go there. Well, we've never been to an Indian trading post. What can we do here? The Medicine Man, you can get rid of a Madness, Curse, or Mutation. Joseph doesn't have any of those. There is the Vision Quest, which is actually pretty cool. Oh, that's right. I did one of those in my special episode when I was at Flying Frog. So the Vision Quest is pretty cool. Although he does have to pass a spirit test, which, you know, his spirit is 1. Excuse me. There are a couple things he can put on his items, or he could pick up a. Well, I already picked up the tonic. There's throwing hatchets, but he can get a Glyph of the Buffalo, which is once per adventure until the end of the turn. I can move through other models. So I know I'm not going to pass an escape test. So that would kind of be a cool thing to put on one of his guns. 2 Darkstone and $200. That's pretty good. Can't do the War Glyph. Besides, that's +2 combat. He doesn't really care about that. The Death Glyph, $1,000 and 6 Darkstone. Unfortunately, Joseph only has 5 Darkstone now. Once per adventure or town stay, if you would be KO'd or killed, you can roll a D6. On a 4+, you heal up to 5 and avoid being KO'd. If a 6 is rolled, destroy the item with this upgrade. Well, that could be useful, but Joseph does have his, you know, the revives and stuff. I think that Glyph of the Buffalo would be kind of cool to add. He's got 1 upgrade slot left on each of his pistols. So I think that would be interesting. It does add another Darkstone icon. But yeah, let's go to the Indian trading post this turn, and let's see what happens. All right, so daily event for day 3 is traveling tonic wagon. Rolling into town, a traveling tonic salesman opens up the sides of his cart to show his wares. Each hero can purchase up to 3 tonic at a cost of $100 each. Oh, so that's half cost. And Joseph already bought one. Oh well. And then afterwards, excuse me, roll a die on a 1 or 2. It's just snake oil, so it's worthless. All right, well, that didn't make much of a difference. Joseph was... he already purchased one from the doctor. So let's see what happens at the trading post. A 7. I'm getting all very, very average here. Drumming, dancing at a bonfire. All signs of a good time. No event. Alright, so we have the Indian trading post. Well, the first thing he's going to do, he'll get a Glyph of the Buffalo on one of his guns. That leaves 1 open slot. It's going to be 2 more Darkstone spent. We have the Vision Quest. 1 die. So, Spirit 5+ test to gain 25 experience and the Vision Quest bonus. Let us see what Joseph gets. 1 die, needing a 5 or better. No, he'll go ahead and spend a grit to re-roll. Definitely not. That's unfortunate. And he picked up a glyph of the buffalo. And that's it. That's it for the day. Joseph goes back to the hotel. Let's see if there's a town event. There are two town events. So what happens? Town event. Remember, we are +1 though for each one. First, a 6/7, spreading fear, 1 random. Town location closes up shop. So there are a total of 6 locations. Roll a Darkstone die. 3, the doctor's office closes. And the other is a 7 + 1 is 8, spreading fear. So another location closes up shop. Let's re-roll that. It's a 4, and the trading post closes. Alright, and now let's see if Joseph's recognized again. Once. He's recognized once. Alright, well that's easy. $50. Alright, and last but not least, let's go to the gambling hall. New day, new daily event card is drawn. Wide open skies. The big blue sky has opened up and the sun is shining across the land. After it rained yesterday, seems to be a respite from the darkness, at least for the moment. All rolls on location event chart in town today are +1 to the roll. Alright. So he is at the gambling hall. Well, he gets a +1 on this, so 6/7. Again, that's right in the middle though, so no event. Alright, well, nothing that he wants to do here. I don't think. Nothing he's got the money to buy, except gambling. He could cash in the Darkstone. I don't really think he wants to. I could try robbing the gambling hall cashier, but you know, I don't think I want to do that. Let's start with the Brimstone Craps. So it's a luck test. Joseph has a luck of 5. Ante $100. He has 1 grit left. Wow, look at that. Joseph won big on craps. So he gained $300. Okay. 5-card draw poker. Let's see. So I roll 5 dice. So I pay my $50 ante. Well, 5 dice represents my hand of cards. Let's roll 5 dice. Ooh, 3 ones. A 6 and a 3. Alright, well then. That's pretty good. That's 3 of a kind. So Joseph will go ahead and pay another $250. So that's all his craps money is going to go in. So that's an extra bet. And then you're going to re-roll these 2. Nice! So now he has a full house. So it's a cunning 4+ test that he needs to succeed. So, the question is, since I got a really good shot at doing this, he has 1 grit left. You can spend a grit to add another $250. You know what? I think I will do that instead of, because I've got 6 dice or 5 dice needing for a full house of 4+. So I think he can do. I think he can succeed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a grit to add another 250 to my extra bet. So my extra bet's 500, and so now I need to make my cunning test. Needs at least 1 4. He does. So he gains a D6 times 25 and double his extra bet. So he gains $1,000 as well as 300, or sorry, 150. 25 times D6. So 100. So 1150. So what he has won here at the gambling hall. Because remember he spent. No, actually, he spent 50 for the ante, so 1100. Oh, and the 100 and the 300 for the brimstone crabs, because so he's 250 and or sorry, I should say 300 and 1100. So 1400 is what he won here at the gambling hall, and I don't think I'm going to rob them. They've been good to me. I don't think they have a lot of money left after Joseph has cleaned them out, playing at cards and craps. So we'll go with that. Oops, and that reset since we had events. So are there any events? There are no events today. And is Joseph recognized? He's recognized twice, so just a little bit. He's getting a little bit of renown here. After, but that doesn't really matter because Joseph, I think that's it for Joseph. He doesn't really want to go back to the gambling hall, can't go to the sheriff's office, doesn't need anything at the blacksmith or the general store. So I believe that is everything that Joseph's going to do. So that is going to be it for today. That's it for his town stay. Joseph's going to skedaddle. Made a goodly amount of money. Managed to survive. A couple town events. Very anonymous. This game, this town. It must be on the fringes. His fame has not spread there. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and sticking with me. Next week, I believe I'm going through. It'll depend on whether I get my Scafford Gang miniatures put together or not, or the Undead Outlaws put together or not. Hopefully I will. Those are like the only miniatures I have left that I haven't put together. And if I get those put together and potentially painted, although let's put together is the most important thing, I'll probably do a mission from one of them. If not, I will go through the town. I will start going through the town missions. But I would actually prefer to do either the undead gunslingers or the the undead outlaws or the Scafford Gang missions before I get to doing the town missions. So that is my plan. I expect, hopefully, we'll be able to get those put together. Find some time this next coming week. There you have it. Thanks again, folks. Catch you next week. Bye.